Alright guys, video number 4 in the Marvel Legends Avengers Infinity War Wave 2 Cole Obsidian Build-A-Figure Ant-Man and the Wasp mix-up, because the Ant-Man and the Wasp are not getting their own wave, so both Ant-Man and the Wasp were added into Avengers Wave 2. So here in the package you see the Ant-Man and the Wasp logo as opposed to the Avengers Infinity War logo, because obviously there's our Ant-Man and the Wasp movie figures. We see Marvel's Wasp down there, the Pym Particle or Pym Tech logo there, Cole Obsidian Build-A-Figure. Here's some really nice artwork of the Wasp, Hope Van Dyne. Product shot of the figure there. All the figures from the wave. So we've already taken a look at Thor, Black Widow, Ant-Man. We are now on Wasp, and then to finish off we'll do Malekith, Black Knight, and then on to the Cole Obsidian Build-A-Figure. Can't wait to put them together. So the bio reads, Hope Van Dyne gears up with signature stingers and high-tech wings as the buzzworthy hero Wasp. See what they did there? Kudos Hasbro. So looking at the package, you see extra hands. This is how the back of the figure will look if you do not have the wings attached. The Evangeline Lilly head sculpt, which is top notch, right up there with the Black Widow. Definitely better than Thor. He almost doesn't even compare, whole nother league. And then the Paul Rudd, so really cool. And then the Cole Obsidian Build-A-Figure head. So let's open this up, take a look at the figure, see what it's all about. All right, here is the Wasp figure out of the package. Awesome figure. So a couple of things with it. We'll look at the Cole Obsidian Build-A-Figure head first. Really good. You can see a lot of paint work in there. And the two-tone of the skin, three-tone, you know, the top of his head's a little bit darker in there. So it looks really good. Can't wait to build him. But there is the head there, looking really good. So Wasp does come with additional hands. So these are kind of the flight posed hands where their fingers are just kind of straight out. As you can see there, and you can see some texturing in the fingers from the gloves. Look pretty good. She also comes with this back piece, which is basically supposed to represent the wings kind of tucked away and not in use. And it plugs into the back of the figure. I'll show you how that works. The unmasked Evangeline Lilly head. Look at how good that looks. That side profile, again, it's dead on, but one of Hasbro's absolute best. Look at how good that looks. I think that looks amazing. So accurate to Evangeline Lilly, and you can see her hair's in a ponytail. Much better than that short look that she had in the first movie. But if you guys don't know, Evangeline Lilly, the first I took notice to her was in Lost, that old TV show. It's a great show, by the way, but yeah, there she is. But here is the Wasp figure. Really cool. Completely new sculpt all around on this, as most movie figures are. There's a couple of odd things to it, and some really cool things to it that I want to talk about. So first we want to check out the wings and how that kind of works out. So you can see the backpack piece and the wings, they just kind of hinge up and down. It can go up that high, that low. This one can go up that high, that low. So you can have it completely spread out that much. That looks pretty good. So these wing pieces are all attached already to this back piece. So you can't actually remove the wings. You have to remove the whole entire piece. And you can see it just ports right into the back of the figure there. So if you want to have the wings to where her wings are not in use, then you just take this other back piece, you plug it in there, and you could see that it looks like they're there, just not in use. So really cool. I like that design. So we're actually going to keep the wings off of it for now, as we kind of take a look at it. So we'll look at the head sculpt. One thing that's really cool, and then the Ant-Man figure actually didn't do this, and I don't think it was necessary, but you can actually see through that translucent yellow lens her eyes and eyebrows. How cool is that? That they actually took the energy and time to do that instead of just like painting the lens yellow. So that's a nice touch that Hasbro has in there. Really cool. The antenna part of her helmet, there's this nice pliable rubber there, and you can kind of see there. Now to pop off the head and switch to the unhelmeted head, it's easy. It just pops right off. It's actually kind of a large ball peg there. And you got to put some force, but then... And that looks really good. Perfectly proportioned, I think. Even the side profile view makes it look really good. Hasbro, I think, did a great job. This is one of the best. Between Black Widow, the Scarlett Johansson, and Evangeline Lily Wasp, I'm not sure which one is better, but this is good. But let's look at the figure. So some good paint on here. She's a dark blue, and there's some red line work, and then there's some gold in there. A couple of weird things as far as the paint, though, right off the bat, is the upper legs are in a flat blue, whereas the lower legs are in a glossy blue. And then actually, like, the upper arms and the whole arm is actually that glossy blue, the torso piece. So it's just these leg parts that are not that metallic or glossy look to it. And I'm not sure why that is. You know, maybe it's like that in the movie and we just kind of have to see. I think it's kind of odd. So that looks funny a little bit off the bat, but other than that, it's not too bad. But the paint work is pretty good. You can see the clean lines are done throughout. So I have no complaints whatsoever there. Line work is done very nicely. A little bit of silver as it kind of goes in there into the wing mechanism piece there. Not a whole lot going on in the back of the figure. And then down the arms, kind of see there. And then there's a little bit of silver because she shoots out those stingers, or shoots out the size changers, the little discs, the blue and red discs. And then she probably shoots out the stingers, or however that's going to work. I guess we'll find out in the movie. Comes out in July. So that's there. So let's take a look at the articulation. Head is on a ball peg, so she can look all the way down. She can look up. The ponytail gets in the way a little bit, but you can kind of move it out of the way. You just want to be careful you don't stress out the little bit of plastic that's there to the point that it tears. Elbow goes up that high because the hinge is hidden, unlike most females where the whole hinge is there. So the arm's not going to go all the way up. So it goes straight out, which is good. You get full rotation. Single jointed elbow, which is not good. That's all you get. Not even 90 degrees. That's all she's got on the single elbow. She does have a little bit of the swivel, but the way the elbow is molded, you're not going to get a whole lot of swivel to it. You get a little bit, but it's kind of tough. Wrists swivel. They do hinge. And then change the hands. You just pull one right off. And you just port it right in like so. Easy peasy. So she has the diaphragm joint, as all female figures do. So she pivots that much there, that much to the side there. She does not crunch forward at all. Doesn't happen. She can crunch back a little bit, so get decent flight poses. No waist swivel, obviously, because the diaphragm joint. Legs go out that far. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed knee works very well. No boot swivel or anything like that. She kicks that high up and actually kicks back. Not so much. If you pull the leg out, you can kind of get it back a little bit. One thing with the feet, she hinges very well. But the pivot is really weird because if you look at that ankle, it goes down into the boot. So the pivot is funny. You have to really be able to work it. It's a little tricky. Almost have to kind of pull the boot down a little bit off the peg in there to really get it to work. So it's kind of tricky. So be careful with that. But there is the Wasp figure. Let's put the wings back on her. There she is. Awesome looking figure. Very happy to have it. Hopefully she'll be awesome in the movie. I'm sure she will. I can't wait for the movie to come out in July. If you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks for watching.